Ride the wave. Future's calling, tech to crave. High-tech podcast, light the way. Join the journey, click and play.
What is up, folks? Welcome to the HiTech Podcast. You are listening to the HiTech Podcast. I made it sound like I was going to say something different. I don't know. It's another week. Yeah, it's another week of the HiTech Podcast. I am Josh Swartz, one of the hosts of the HiTech Podcast, joined by the other host, the one and only William Illingworth. What is up, buddy? How you doing this week?
We're doing good, my friend. We're stoked.
Yeah.
I had a nice, lovely dinner tonight. Got some family in town, and that's why we started a little late.
Okay.
Dinner with folks, so
Yeah,
just good
yeah,
vibes.
it's fine. Yeah. I ate air, but whatever.
Did you eat? That's the bigger question.
I did eat. I had 5 guys. I was just joking. I didn't eat air. I did skip lunch today, but that was just because I was in a zone and I didn't really want to leave until I was done. It was time for another meeting. It was the whole thing.
We'll have to do a HiTech Podcast self-care episode, and we're just going to
I
talk
guess.
to you
Well,
about
I'm
getting
definitely
your lunch.
I'm not doing great at that. Anyway, but we are not a self-care podcast. You can go find other people for that, not Will and I. That's for sure. The HiTech Podcast, though, we love talking about tech and things like that, in case you have not listened to us before. I don't know why I'm introducing ourselves like this is our first episode. It's not. But, yeah, excited for this week. We got some more fun things coming up. I have to admit, I'm looking forward to tonight because it's the first episode in a little bit that's like just a normal episode where Will and I are not installing like water things or
No
trying
pie,
to
no
speak
water.
Elvish. We're not baking. Like, this is just a regular episode where we talk
normal.
about tech. So anyway, before we jump into all of that stuff, just a reminder, you should listen to the HiTech Podcast. Make sure to subscribe wherever you listen to the podcast. I don't care where it is. If it's Spotify, if it's Apple Podcasts, if it's Google Podcasts, if it's some of the other ones that are listed that Will and I don't really know what they are, but you could go there and you could subscribe to us. Specifically, make sure you check us out on YouTube and make sure to like and subscribe to the podcast so you can get updated on every new thing that's happening and we can know you're alive. That's really what it is. So you can find us on socials, YouTube, all of that stuff at HiTech Podcast or at HiTech Pod. I'm not going to go through which platform is which. We do this every episode. I'm not going to do it. You just go there, look for one of those two options. If you don't find it, try the second one. That's how it works. So you can find us at HiTech Podcast or at HiTech Pod on all the socials. A reminder, if you want to reach out to us, you want to be on the podcast, you want to let us know your thoughts, you want to send us a picture of a pie you made or a bidet you installed on a toilet with you using it. Please.
No users.
No users, just the bidet. If you'd like to send us that stuff, but more specifically, you'd like to be on the HiTech Podcast, hit us up at inbox@hitechpod.us, and also a reminder, we have a website, hitechpod.us, where we have episode pages for every episode that we do. Some have tons of information. Other ones, like the bidet install episode, didn't really have much. It just had the episode. But you can check that out, especially when we have guests. Our episode pages always have more information about those guests. Yep. So, there's the spiel. Now to the fun stuff, the meat of the episode. What are we doing this week? That is a fabulous question. Will, let them know. What are we doing?
We are back. Okay, technically, I'm gonna call this a part 2 episode.
Oh, this isn't technically a part 2.
It is a part 2.
Legitimately a part 2.
In episode 184, which you should go watch maybe first. Okay.
Yes, definitely watch that before you do this episode because it'll be helpful.
Josh and I finally took the tanks joke and the tanks 101 and whatever. We took it to another real level. We made a tanks game. We did it live. We recorded ourselves.
Well, we made a tanks game.
Okay, there was a tank. There were obstacles and an objective.
It's debatable
okay?
that it was a tank. It was a green square, but it was
represented the military green. But that tank moved around the map and shot things. Did it always shoot things? No. Did it always break things it shot? No. But it still...
Did it always shoot to the right? ChatGPT told us it did. No. It was so confusing.
It was rough. It was
It was not great. I gotta be honest. Yeah.
But we settled on that idea. We had a lot of fun. You can go check out everything about that episode, including our code, at HiTechPodcast.us, or HiTechPod.us, our website, where you can get to the episode link and see all of it. You can watch the episode, great, but you can even go play with
Yes.
The little thing we made and the code
If you're
we did.
if you're curious about the tank game that we made and you want to try playing it, you can actually go try it. If you go to hitechpod.us, like Will's saying, find that episode page, and we linked to the code we created, but I also linked to the code pen that we created. So if you click on that link and you just create a quick CodePen account, you can actually play the game in CodePen. I put quotes around play because, like, it's a game. Fun. It's like that. So, folks, there's a card game that lives in infamy in our friend group. Will never actually played it, but he's heard plenty of stories about it, where it would talk about this thing called the Monster Power Area, but we didn't know where it was, okay? And we spent the entire game trying to figure out what was going on. It was fun because it was confusing. That's the tank game that we created in part 1. But somebody suggested to us another solution, right? I forget. I think was it Renee?
Renee on Twitter. Yes, definitely. So thank you, Renee. We're taking these ideas forwards. We don't give up on anything that comes to us. Renee and or someone else had told us previously about Rosebud.
It was Renee. She told us about Rosebud when she was on the podcast last, I believe.
We're going to get in touch, and maybe we'll have Rosebud on in the future. But the idea here is, okay, we tried to do it manually with ChatGPT. This time, we're going to use Rosebud AI, which is an AI game creating platform. And not just games, like apps, whatever. It does the code, it does the work for us, but we get to play and have some fun. So we're going to show it off. We're going to give it a try. We've not done this before. We've poked around the website a little bit.
We typed in one prompt to see if it would work. We've never really,
that is true.
Like, beyond Renee showing us Rosebud and us knowing about it, it's been on our list for a little while to check out. Will and I just haven't had time to look at it. And so when Renee suggested this, we were like, let's see how easy it is. So we did do a quick test run of an idea, and it impressed us enough at that moment, so we just ran with it.
Yeah.
So real quick preamble to all of this. We're going to, if you're listening to just audio, we're sharing screen. So we'll try to describe as best we can. But again, go to YouTube and watch the video, or go to Spotify. It also has a video version of our podcast there. And also, to get to Rosebud, we'll link to it on our website as well, but it's rosebud.ai, and Will is right. It's primarily an AI game creation tool that's like using AI to create kind of fun games. And actually, Will, I forgot to share this with you. I was sharing that we were going to do this at work, and 2 coworkers had actually played with Rosebud. And one of them told me, Drew said he just, like, when he needs a brain break real quick, he'll go to Rosebud and just create up a real quick game. He said he like made a quick dungeon crawler on his own and was like playing that game.
Nice.
So that brought back memories of what we were talking about, like addictinggames.com. This kind of feels like it's become the new.
You could just go there, make a game, and play.
But now you could just make a game. So instead of forever being stuck in those 2D games that involve way too much violence. But such is it. So that's what we're going to do. V2, we're going to see what is it like to create this tank game on Rosebud AI. We're going to compare it to our experience with trying to, I would say, hard push ChatGPT to create us a game. And so I do think that what'll be interesting about this episode is it'll probably display, while yes, you can go make a lot of stuff with just AI, when you find some curated apps like this, like Rosebud, who've done a lot of the work for you, and it can be a very different experience. So that's why we definitely recommend, if you haven't yet, go check out version 1, or part 1, not version 1, part 1 of this Tanks game. Yep, episode 184. Go check it out. Pause right now. Come on back and enjoy Rosebud with us. Pause right now. Okay, welcome back, everybody. I'm glad you listened to us appropriately. Good job. Look at you. Look at you. Okay, so let's do this. Let's get in, Will. Share the screen.
Let's do it live.
Hit the button.
We're alive.
We are something.
So, this is Rosebud AI. Welcome to it. I wanted to take you in from the front door because we're trying to give you as real of experience as possible.
Well,
so this is
going in from the back doors.
Yep.
Trying to break in on something.
It's just showing off here. You take a prompt to get going. All right, let's create.
What's a prompt, Will?
Well, wait a second. What's a prompt? You can get off this episode. Bye. Let's create. Now, before I click in and start typing a prompt out, like, here's examples, right? You can go down in here and play any one of these games. I think it's like kind of giving an account.
I just feel like real quick we have to click into Happy Llama and see what the heck Happy Llama is.
There are 2 Happy Llamas. There's the Happy Llama.
That one only has 362 plays. The other Happy Llama has 1.3.
Are we doing this?
Yeah, let's hit play.
Live!
We're doing it live. What's the Happy Llama gonna give us?
All right. Adventure awaits. Where do you want to begin the journey? Enter the magical meadow or dive into the shimmering sea?
Ooh, I want to see what the shimmering sea is like.
I was gonna go. I was gonna go magical meadow, but
Okay,
we're doing it. We're doing it.
You know, do you?
We're in this. Hello there, adventure swimmer. I'm
Hoot.
Professor Hoot. Skip the tutorial.
Yeah, skip the tutorial. Who needs to be
You're
taught
gonna
how
dive
to
in? Let's
play this
dive.
game?
Listener, what you don't have is my audio. I am getting audio. Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
What is this?
Oh gosh. I should not have skipped the tutorial.
What is happening right now?
I cannot WASD. I have to click around.
Okay.
Quack, what are you doing down there? Take this golden
that's
feather
fun.
and you'll feel. Oh gosh. I don't know how to navigate. And the music is trippy.
Yeah, this is a fun experience. Let's go create a tank game.
Yeah.
I led us astray. I'm sorry.
This is what's possible. Now, tank game. In 184, our goal then was to get something that would let us traverse levels, navigate obstacles, and get to the end of a map. Do we want to take that forwards? Do we want to start with that simple idea?
Yeah,
Or we
I think we
fresh?
start with the simple idea we were originally trying to do through ChatGPT last time.
A game where you play as a tank trying to get through maps with obstacles. The obstacles can be... Some obstacles can be blown up. Should we say like the Mario thing like we did last time?
Yeah, sure.
Maps
We were going for like a Mario.
Anything else? Should I throw
Yeah,
that?
let's start with something basic.
Send
For
it.
those who watched part 1, which you should have, we put in way more than that in the ChatGPT prompt. There was like a lot of detail about the code we needed.
Whoa.
And all that stuff. Yep, so it's doing the coding for us.
All right.
Now, if I'm right, it should preview over here. So now a couple of notes as we're waiting for this. I do know from the basic look we did at Rosebud and what people have told us. So you can preview it here directly in Rosebud, which I don't think was always the case. I was talking to Drew, a friend of ours who's used it, and when it originally came out, you couldn't always originally preview it right away. But then you can actually get all of the code and assets that it creates out of this as well. So you can go take it other places and then even publish it onto Rosebud's website. That's how we got to the llama game. Somebody decided to create the llama game, and apparently it's a very popular game. So, and you can see here, what's cool is it's actually generating assets. So I want to note this. It's already taking it way beyond what we did in ChatGPT because we didn't have assets. We didn't put anything in.
Rosebud. Turn all these tanks into green blocks.
Yes, yeah. This is not the tank I know. This is not my tank.
Not my...
This is some weird tank. So it's cool. It's creating the
It's
assets for us.
still generating code.
Yes. If I remember correctly, it took a hot second to get things going. Yeah.
And like last time, some of this makes sense. Some of it's pretty straightforward if you have some background. Holy smokes and
Oh my gosh, it does look like Mario.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Oh my gosh. All right, so
you should be able to click over into preview and actually play
But it's already given me two different things as we went, right? So one, it generated all this code, and then it said suggested next step. Think about adding a scoring system. I did not accept that suggestion yet or go that direction. Then it said, on its own, I'll update the tank game with a new generated asset. So it built the, I'd say, mesh or the operating system behind the game, and then it built the assets, and then it connected the assets to the game engine.
Yeah.
I didn't ask it to do any of that. I just gave it a prompt. It is still suggesting maybe add health, maybe like it's got ideas, but
so that's what's cool about
here.
Rosebud. It's designed for games, so it's doing some stuff that like ChatGPT didn't do for us, which is it's anticipating some things. Already, we're off to a better start because his tank's moving. So, am I seeing this right? Do you have a mini tank on the front of your tank?
It does look like my tank comes with a baby tank. Yes.
A baby tank. Got it. Okay.
Yes, that
cool,
is
cool. That's an interesting addition.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I can shoot. Space. Okay. We can still only shoot.
Okay. Listen,
One
hold
thing
on.
is consistent across games.
Don't say we can still. Because in the other game, we couldn't only shoot right. It would shoot in random places. This is already significantly more successful. So can you not shoot any of those obstacles up in the sky? They're just kind of like up there? Is that a thing?
I'll do my best to edit downtime and typing time. So, what I can't do is use WASD, which for computer gaming is frankly frustrating.
Yeah.
I had
how
to use
are
the
you
arrows.
You're using the arrows.
I use the arrows, but I cannot currently aim the tank. So I can only shoot.
Have you noticed that what you're shooting is coming out of the baby tank?
Oh my god.
Like, it's not even the big tank, it's coming out of the baby tank. Like, it's... The baby tank is shooting things.
Oh my. Oh my. Oh no.
What is happening? Is your tank in the sky? Hey, there you go.
I don't know why the tank is in the sky, but I told it that I wanted to be able to move the tank with WASD. It made those adjustments.
So you're able to move the tank now? Is that the case?
And then, yes, this is WASD.
Oh.
Okay, up and down is flying. I can fly.
So you're a flying tank. That was how it solved the problems.
And anywhere I aim with my mouse, it'll shoot, which is frankly awesome.
Yeah, let's experience this game, man. Let's see so far it just looks like it's the same thing over and over again. A whole bunch of random obstacles.
Freely up and down like it is flying. Keep the tank on the ground, but allow me to jump the tank with the up and down arrows. Let's see. So it should not be able to just fly all over the place. We're gonna adjust. I don't need God mode.
That's your opinion. I feel like you're applying your box to the world when Rosebud was like, Will, I have a much better world imagined for you right now.
Oh, it's a good world.
What if tanks could fly?
Oh, it added gravity.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay. So I cannot move up.
That's not true. I just saw you move up.
Assign the jump button to F instead of the up arrow. So it took me very literally. I have to use the up arrow to jump. I don't want that. I want it to be F, which is right next to D on WASD. So we're making some on-the-fly adjustments. But now I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop with the... Oh, there we go.
You're still flying up. I still think it's hilarious that the cannon on the tank is a small tank. That's what it is, because when you're aiming, the small tank's moving. Like, that's hilarious. Awesome. I feel like I'm watching the movie Fury right now. I gotta be honest. This is basically that.
Oh, I managed to land. That's good.
Oh, you landed. Look at that. Oh, that's nice. What are these obstacles that you're shooting also? Like, some of them are bricks, and then other ones look like odd Clash of Clan tents.
Now, I agree with some of the suggestions it said earlier. Leave Clash of Clan tents. We've got motion. That's fun. But we don't have an objective or a score. Like, we need to know what's going on here. Yeah. What should we add next?
I don't know. I'm saying, like, add a scoring system and obstacles on the ground. And add other tanks that can shoot you. Oh, also add podcast hosts that fall from the sky.
Other obstacles on the ground. Add other tanks that shoot at me. Give the tank health. And display my health in the healthy.
Display my health in the healthy? You didn't add my last suggestion. Podcast hosts falling from the sky.
I wasn't done.
Okay. This is key. Every 30 to 50 seconds. Now, I don't want you to put this in here because I want to see if it bridges the gap. But it would be hilarious if they're parachuting. Like,
I just gave it a lot of instructions.
It did, yeah. I want to see how well this. I want to see how well this does it. It's funny how it says, "Okay, let's do this one by one," and it starts going in and adding the stuff.
Oh my gosh, this is great. I love how high it can jump. I told it to keep it on the floor, and it's, oh yeah, sure, I'll just give gravity. It'll keep it on the floor, and you can jump forever high.
It's like the Hulk of tanks. It's just jumping like left and right. What's cool though about this is like the iteration factor, like being able to get into Rosebud, and if you have an idea for a game, especially if you're not a game creator, being able to iterate an idea and see if you can get something. I think that's super cool. I think this has a lot of potential for learning and development.
We threw an error.
Uh-oh.
It
error
did pretty
in
well.
Game code. Okay.
Of course, fix it. I don't know why it asks me, but... Like,
why is that a thing? Just side note, Rosebud. Why would we not want to fix it?
Yeah, and now it's not playable, so...
Okay, it's like
There we
super
go.
broken. I'll tell you what broke it.
Oh,
Podcast
no.
hosts falling from the
Oh,
sky.
no.
Oh,
Look at
what
it.
is... Uh-oh.
Wait.
What is happening?
I don't know, but I do... Oh, gosh. I do see fire. We have enemies.
So we have enemy tanks. Will is getting shot at. I still don't see podcast hosts falling from the sky.
Ah!
Will is attempting not to get killed.
Okay.
Okay.
The problem is... the tanks... I think those are the tanks. Okay, it's not showing me health. It's not showing me anything. So we've got what we've got. We can fix this a little bit, but this is not... A, I'm not taking damage. B, it's not displaying health. C, I can't destroy... Oh, maybe I did take damage. Maybe they did kill me. Ah, these are bouncies. Oh, gosh. Yeah, I can take damage. And if they kill me...
I'm wondering... Okay, here, let's just try something.
Yep.
Try clearing its memory. There's a button to clear its memory. And let's get rid of the Mario concept. I'm wondering if the Mario thing is like throwing it all off. So what if we just say, create us a tank game where we fight other tanks and shoot down obstacles?
Send it. We might have given it too much and too many different kinds of instructions.
Oh, you already have a working tank game. Bulls. Maybe start a new chat. I think it's still using the tank game we've got. So let's get completely out of here.
Okay. Back I go.
So I will say, obviously, this is not necessarily like immediate plug and play, right? So Will and I are just typing things in. So, and it's not necessarily creating exactly what we're looking for. Now, part of that is probably lack of specificity from Will and I. We're not being very specific with Rosebud. Though, a criticism I would have for some of these tools is the average user is not going to be overly specific, probably, depending on what they're trying to create. But maybe a lesson coming into Rosebud or any other like AI generating game tools is think out what type of game you want first, and not just like a general idea, but think about some of the rules, think about the look, think about what you're going to do. Because if you can get stuff to work, which people obviously have, I think Rosebud has a lot of potential for like learning and development, training. Like you could create some really cool games that would take way more time than some of the other tools Will and I have used.
It's still this time, so it wrote the code, but it still ends the suggestion with, make sure to add a health system so they don't get destroyed in one hit. I'm like, we can make this challenging. That's fine with me.
Okay.
Ooh, new
These
tanks.
tanks are taking on different forms. They're more sci-fi colors, so that's
Wow.
fun. It's interesting to see how it creates kind of like general assets.
Right.
And then figures out how to integrate that. Nice work. That was a How I Met Your Mother reference, in case anybody has not watched that show. And if you haven't, go watch it. After you're done with us, we're reasonable people.
We don't need you to be a...
Major disappointment. Nailed it. See? Look at that. Look at us. You just making jokes.
All right, we got a...
Oh, what is happening? Oh my. This is very confusing.
They keep shooting me and I keep dying immediately. That's what's happening.
Okay.
Okay. Holy smokes.
What is happening?
Okay, add a health system. My tank should have 100 health. Enemy tanks should have 80 health. One tank shot should do 20 damage. All right. See what happens.
This is terrifying. Just so many tanks blowing up and dying.
Oh, they're bullying me. They're bullying me.
They're bullying you.
This is not good. Oh, God. Okay. Change the controls to operate with WASD. Give my tank 200 health. There we go. I need to get away from them.
For those who can't see anything or you're just listening to audio, Will's tank is just repeatedly getting destroyed over and over again in the middle of a weird, rocky interface.
It's a lot of bullying. Just so much bullying.
It is intense. Especially how fast they're moving.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, this is looking better.
Okay. It only shoots right. It only shoots right. I can't control this thing. Where's the front of the tank? The left side of the tank is the front of the tank.
That's hilarious.
Okay. Change the controls. Make WASD general movement and strafing. Use the mouse as my aiming reticule for the tank. Also, please rotate the firing position on the tank asset by 90 degrees. Hopefully it understands that. So I stop shooting out of my starboard side. I don't know. But I do this infinite ammo situation. That's good.
Yeah, that works. I like that.
I can't leave this map. Okay. All right. Ah.
Oh.
Ah.
Uh-oh.
I cannot shoot. I cannot shoot. Oh, it's my mouse. It's my mouse. We're good. Okay.
I believe in
Okay.
you.
Oh, sweet Christmas.
I believe in you. What is happening?
I
I
don't
like
know.
the random boxes that just keep like flying. Is that the obstacles? Are you in a tornado? Is this like a tornado tank fight game?
That. All right, so modification to the script here to change some bullet damage. What I did like about playing with ChatGPT was I got to spend the time working on the code a little bit. Like I enjoy that. I don't know. It's oh yeah, there's assets and there's code. Okay, so I could go in and modify the code myself.
Yeah,
like,
you can.
like things like the damage and stuff. I have to keep prompting it to change damage, but I could learn where that is in the code and modify it. Let's add this to it. So put health on the field. A health kit should give 15 health. We'll do that simple one. Then I beat this. It's working, right?
Oh,
so now we need it to. Now we need it to recognize when I've defeated all the obstacles and enemies to generate a new map. That's what it should do every time you beat one map. So we're moving along. We've only done 30 minutes here, and we've gotten such a better product than we ever had with CodePen and ChatGPT. But that's because this platform's built in all the assets and stuff. Now, I think I've added a health kit. Yes, I did. The green little boxes are health kits, and if I go to them, I get 15 health.
What?
Huzzah.
Okay, here we go. Now we're cooking. This is a functional game. Although
All right.
I question your ability to move over some of those rocks. Just saying.
Oh, some of these.
Tank, your tank.
I
is
do
like
stop
the
at.
size of the
Oh no, I
rocks.
don't stop at anything.
You don't.
Yeah,
you
nothing
just fly
stops
over
me.
them like crazy.
All right. I have an idea here, but I need some typing time. So we either have to commit to you doing voiceover, or we both go silent, so it's easier for me to edit later. Let's see. I'm gonna jump into this.
Hey, while you're doing that, can I share my screen real quick? Or are you still?
If you want to do it that way, yeah, let's do that. All right, go for it.
Okay. So here's the deal, folks. I wonder if it's also just the user, because
Oh snap!
I did this much quicker.
Wow, that was so fast.
Hey, I'm shooting red boxes. Oh, the levels are changing. Now, here's the one problem. I don't know how to go sideways. My tank only goes in this. Hey, let's try this.
It's for optimal movement.
Good, but I need to move the tank side to side as well. Let's try this. So I will admit, in mine, I had to get it to fix errors like multiple times. So that's fun. And my levels just kind of stopped updating. But let's see what I got. Okay. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, but now I can't turn around. That seems like a problem.
Is it your mouse? Is it using your mouse for aiming?
Nope. Uh-oh. No! Where did my tank go?
You can fall off your map? Come on, bro. Come on.
All right, let's refresh that. There we go. Okay. Okay. Okay.
All right,
My
all
obstacle was inside the other obstacle. I feel like that probably shouldn't be the case, but we're going to try to shoot it. Hey, there we go.
Oh,
Ah, I got it. I got it. I'm going to chase it. Just hold on. Uh-oh. It regenerated and put my tank inside the block.
that's rough.
Yeah, I can only... Okay, let's see. I would like to also change the direction I am shooting. And let's spice this up a bit. I don't know what that's gonna do, but the difference. So I had a running theory I wanted to test, Will, which was, were we giving it too much detail with yours?
Okay.
Was it just like helpful to just go, just make me a tank game? I was wrong.
Well,
it didn't add a lot of things.
Yeah, and you got like you got a flat map, right? You got like
Yeah.
just basics.
Now, I did tell it to do 3D. I specifically told it to do 3D because I wondered if it would work better with 3D than like the 2D vibe.
Okay.
So we're going to see here. It's updating. It says it's updating bullets. I don't know what's going to happen. Oh, it couldn't generate valid code. Okay. I don't know what that means. We're going to try that one more time.
It broke.
So, yes, I will admit slight criticism, and this could just be user error. Will and I multiple times have had it say it broke something and asked us to fix it, which is a confusing thing. But there are the no assets found, apparently. Oh, there's the code. So let's do my coding here. Okay, we'll try this out and then we'll see what progress you made on yours.
Oh, I've got progress.
Oh, you got progress? You have a functional game now?
Oh, pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Ooh! Ooh! Okay. Okay. Potential. I can now change which direction I want to shoot.
That's great. Oh, snap.
Okay, okay. I got a real... Okay, levels are changing. I don't know I would count this as spicing it up. I gotta be honest, but this is at least functional. Uh-oh, I'm stuck now. These... Man, it switches levels like nobody's business.
No!
I'm on level 7. Ah, no! I got stuck! Okay, enough of that. Let's see what progress you made, Will.
Okay, so my progress. Let's go for this. Let's go for this. So the thing that I was trying to work on, and that seems to be working, is to create a system that will continue to play. Now, I just took a health kit and lost 580 health. I don't know why that is.
380 health.
Let's pick up another health kit.
You're cooking. Okay, you got some health.
Great. Can I redo this? I want to reset.
Yeah,
so what I did, though, there we go, is I have a game
where
I have to avoid the bad guys and specifically destroy everything on screen. So, and then if I destroy all the enemy tanks and all of the obstacles, it generates a new level and I keep going up in score. Oh no. So what I was doing before I shared my screen was I was trying to get to level 10 before I shared my screen, and I got to level 8 and I died.
This is intense. There's like a lot of tanks following you around. This is terrifying.
There are health kits on the map, which is very good for me. What I try to do is get those health kits and then dodge things and work around. But as we're seeing on screen, I have a functional survival game.
This is functional. Now, here's the thing I want to test, right? We're in learning and development, right? So could you be like, teach me some fun history facts in this game? You know?
My gosh.
Like
that's a way to do it. All right. When I complete a level, provide me a quick historical fact about anything in the world with a continue button before I move to the next level. Also make health kits give me 50 health. That'll be useful.
This is gonna be great. I can feel it. I want to test one other thing when we're done with all the tank game stuff. I want to test just like creating a Jeopardy game. I think that would be interesting. That's something like a lot of teachers end up needing. So I'm curious to see if like how easy it is to create like a Jeopardy game or a crossword or something. You know what I mean?
What I want everyone to know is
we failed at creating and learning and development.
Oh yeah. Or you don't need to use PowerPoint to do it, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh god. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
So listener, because you can't see what's happening, is the game took Will's suggestion about history facts. And you know how like in games you get like facts in the loading screen? That's what it did, but it just repeatedly kept hitting Will with history facts. And a continue button.
I've zoomed in with the screen share, so all you can see is the prompt I gave it. And what it did was, instead of giving me a single quick historical fact, it gave me many historical facts very quickly. It interpreted my question quite well, but it did not quite get the matter in place. Okay.
It's going so fast.
Historical
The
facts
text is so fast.
broken.
If it makes you feel better, I think I broke Rosebud on my end. It's just been loading code this entire time. I don't know what I did
Since the last time you touched it.
It got a bit scary. Yeah, we're gonna see. Oh, it might be working properly now. Okay. Oh, I got enemy tanks now, Will.
Uh-oh. Careful.
Oh my gosh, I built a real game. I built a real game.
Yes. Welcome, Josh. Welcome to the dark side.
Oh, I got your experience. What is happening? Oh, my
go.
tank just went straight off the screen when I didn't.
Yay! Did you know the Great Wall of China took over 2,000 years to build? Only one fact. Continue. Oh no, the map's broken. My tank's gone.
It's okay. I'll share my screen. I'll share my screen. Hide your mistakes. I'll share my screen. Okay. Here we go. You ready? You ready for this? You ready?
This is too much.
This is gonna be great. I can feel it. Okay, here we go. Ready? I'm gonna refresh this puppy.
Oh no.
Okay. Ah! Oh no. Ah! Hey. Here we go. I got like health. Oh no. Oh.
You can move up and down too.
I can. This is like a full game.
It's even
That's
giving
a
you
power
instructions.
up. I need that power up. Oh no. I ran into an error.
Oh my gosh.
Uh-oh. Bad things are happening. Okay, hold on. It's okay. I got this figured out. It's gonna be great. Oh no. Ooh no. I do not. I want one of those.
Can you go off the map? Are you going off the map?
I can. That power up did nothing. That green box did nothing.
You need a shotgun weapon.
Yeah, so I'm hitting fix it here real quick. Apparently, I'm supposed to have special weapons too, but
Amazing.
that might be what's not working. Okay, so real quick, I want to show how I got to at least this, because I will concede that while it's not perfect, this is closer to what we wanted. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. Oh, it's reloading. Ah, no, I'm gonna die. Ah, what is this even? Oh, game over. Play again. Okay. Here we go, listener. I got 2 tanks. Oh, I can't move anymore. This is torture. Maybe it's because I have.
If you don't get the game ironed out, it can break.
It's crazy. Apparently, if you have caps lock on, you can't move your tank.
Oh no.
Hey,
Fingering caps lock, killing people.
Apparently, yeah. Well, we'll see. I don't these. Okay, you went through that wall. I can't do that. Level reached 5. Okay, so
You gotta play better with the rules.
I put in create me a tank game, and I specifically told it, you create all the rules, the leveling system, the dynamics. I told it to care about that stuff. So it started creating it on its own and didn't wait for me to tell it. So I will say, I think that's an interesting dynamic in Rosebud. I think you have to tell it to do some of that stuff. Now, this is not perfect because it obviously cared like somebody who's been quiet quitting their job. Like it's rough, but it's doable. I'm shooting tanks. I got a health bar. I'm trying to avoid obstacles. Will is correct. You can leave the map on mine, apparently. Fun fact, Will. Let me see if I can get it to happen.
All tank games let you leave the map.
I can entirely leave the map, and they chase me. I don't know if I can come back. I've never tried. Oh, I came back!
You made it. They're still in your tail.
How far out can I go? This is... I found their weakness. They can't shoot this far.
They're short-range tanks.
Look how tiny my tank is getting.
I love it. It's actually like changing size based on distance.
Yeah, it's
creating perspective.
I'm still moving. This is wild. Yeah, we'll let them play out there. We'll let that tank try to catch up to me. So there's that experience. That's interesting. Did you find anything else on yours? Or have you discovered the
It's
epitome.
broke. Yeah, it's broke.
Okay, we
it's
broke
it's,
it. Got
it's
it,
real
got
all
it.
broke.
Okay.
But
So
what I like is as we played through it though, like even from our side, when we were dealing with GPT, each of the questions drove us to maybe more technical issues. Like we had to think through and we had to learn how it built the map and consider how it built the thing, because we were trying to, I had that moment where mine got stuck, right? So I had to deconstruct how the map was working in episode 184 so I could understand the question to ask it.
yeah.
In my builds, I didn't learn anything technical. I didn't have to touch the code. All I had to do was be like, I keep dying, stop. Like I had to tell it, like, they're killing me in one shot, give me health. And then it created a system for it, and I started surviving the matches. I like how easy that is.
Yeah.
And I think that GPT, you could probably actually train GPT to help you work through this better, because we didn't do that. We gave it one prompt and we went for it. But if you gave it enough instructions, GPT might get to a spot where it could give you as much information as Rosebud is giving you. But again, I don't need to know gaming to work with Rosebud. It is always just responding to my plain text questions. Whereas GPT, working on that, I had to kind of figure out the code a little bit so I could ask it questions and try and get it to help me with the code. Like Rosebud is code. I would say Rosebud is code free. You have access to it, you can see it, but you do not need the code to work with Rosebud.
Yeah, I would agree. I would say this about Rosebud. I think what I've learned through Will and I testing it here live in the episode is you're actually better off giving it less information, but specifically telling it to create elements of the game. So like, for instance, Will's first prompt went in and told it what it was looking for. Rosebud seems like it's making an assumption that if you're doing that, you know enough of what you want that it's not going to create a bunch of other things. So it was telling Will, you should consider these things. I went in and said, create me a tank game, and I want you to care about all the other things. I got a much more functional game pretty quick than what we got from here, and I think that was because I offloaded and made it clear to Rosebud that, like, I don't know what I'm doing. Go make this stuff, right? So that would be my one encouragement, which is why I think it's code free. I will say I still think it's not perfect. Obviously, Will and I are in here just creating stuff, and we didn't get a perfect game. But obviously, people have created quite more extensive games, so I think there's just a learning curve to it. I'd be curious playing with it a bit more. For those of you who are curious about using Rosebud, everything Will and I were doing here in the podcast episode is off the free version. So they allow you to remix other games and other projects for free. They allow you to play any user-generated games, use up to 20 prompts for the free plan, and you get unlimited asset creation and up to 50 AI character chats per week. So it's basically just limits on the amount of stuff that you can do per week. And then their indie models are like $10 a month. That definitely ups things quite a lot. And then they have a pro model, which is like $20 a month, which honestly, both of those also aren't that bad for a tool like this. So, and you can share this stuff. So we will put some of our games up on the episode page. I already published mine and I have a link to it in the notes. We'll throw yours in there as well, no matter how broken it is. So if you want to actually go and try out what we created in this episode, you can. If you want to remix it and make it better, because it for sure could be, go log on to Rosebud and you can try doing that. But I also encourage going to check out other user games like the llama game we were trying. But there's clearly a lot more stuff on there. It's funny. You can do like horror games. They have RPGs in there, puzzle games. There's a lot of games on here. It actually kind of looks like fun. I want to try out some of the stuff they've got on here.
Yeah, this is the new addictinggames.com.
Yeah, exactly. So go check it out. It's rosebud.ai. We'll put the link on our website as well. You can go try it out. I definitely think this is a useful tool. And if you're interested in trying to create quick games, whether it's just for fun or you're in learning and development, you're trying to create some games for content that you're making, or you're a teacher and you just want to create some games for what you're doing, I think rosebud.ai could be super helpful in that area. So go check it out, sign up for a free account, test it out. If you like it, you can pursue other accounts further or whatever you'd like to do, but go check it out, rosebud.ai. And Rosebud, if you're listening, we'd love to have you on the podcast to come show Will and I what we were doing wrong, because I think we were probably doing many things wrong.
Please and thank you.
So make sure to check that out. So anyway, yeah, it was cool.
All right, that's a wrap on 188. Next week is 189. Wow, Josh, we're on our way to 200. That's crazy.
Yeah, we're almost at 200 episodes.
When we get to next week, we're going to start with this overall question. We'll see what the title comes out to be, and we'll see how we play into it. But when should we cite AI? right? Like a citation, not like a cite or a vista. But like, when should we cite AI in our usage? Like, this is part of something that we're using in our work. Should I say that or not? Should I add it to a paper? There's a lot of questions that are coming up here, because if we're using AI responsibly, then we do want to give credit where credit's due, or at least acknowledge its role in content creation. Let's dig into that next week. We're also going to talk about Perplexity AI, the specific tool, and get into that a little bit. And until then, as always, find us, like us, subscribe to us, retweet us, reshare us, all the good things on Twitter, YouTube, etc. at HiTech Podcast or at HiTech Pod. Email us, inbox at hitechpod.us. That's you, Rosebud AI. Please email us. Love to have you on the podcast. And otherwise, head over to hitechpod.us for all of our episodes, all of our episode pages, all of the 2 games Josh and I made today will be published, available there to play, and all of the good stuff. Please, thank you. Hit the bell. I don't know. The good things.
Good. Nice work.
That's a wrap on another week of the HiTech Podcast. Empowering minds.
Embracing tech.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Buckle up.